During the events of Star Rail Fest, Ashvale discovered what the happiness surgery. During the course of events, we unexpectedly crossed paths with Full Wish herself. During our exchange with Full Wish, Himiko realized that Full Wish might be a masked fool. As a result, Evanescia and Yao Guang established a cooperation agreement. After Evanescia's attempt to assess Full Wish in her capacity as the arbitrator failed, Himiko and I went to the TV station to take part in the debate and met up with Sunday and Ashvale, who had arrived ahead of us. However, when the disaster erupted, Evanescia willingly violated a forbidden taboo and revealed the real purpose of the Phantasmoon Gate. At the same time, Silverwolf, entrusted by Pearl, set out to investigate the anomalous signal responsible for the monster's emergence. Meanwhile, Full Wish continued to livestream our movements in the TV tower, distorting the truth by every possible means, drawing upon the wish power of... After overcoming every obstacle in our path, we reached the top of the TV tower and confronted Full Wish head-on. Even so, those who had undergone the surgery did not recover. At Blade's proposal, everyone joined forces just when I thought the crisis was over. Evanescia requested that I warn the creator of the world in canvas. According to her,
You're back! The incident that happened at Full Wish TV is causing a huge stir.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to our brand new segment, the Phantasmoon Brief.
Hi, everyone! This is your old friend, Snowy!
Well then, as the Phantasmoon Games reach a boiling point, and for reasons that need no explanation,
Yes, we are! And after the director of Full Wish TV and sponsor of the Research Society of Happy Smiles, Full Wish announced that she was joining
the supplicant debate, slated to take place at the Seafeld TV tower, was cut short when out-of-control Imagine this Imagenesis plague centered on Seafeld City spread rapidly. Even Full Wish herself turned into a monster.
As of the latest reports, nearly 200,000 human and Imagine inhabitants across plain Arcadia have been affected by the plague. And in a chilling echo of the Bloodstained Games 15 years ago, footage left behind by Full Wish points to the disaster as the work.
She identified the culprits as the famed cosmic hero, the trailblazer of the Astral Express.
But a spokesperson for the Department of Aberration Defense said the disaster was planned and executed by Full Wish herself through her organization.
Oh, how familiar that sounds. 15 years ago, they made the same excuses. What is the real story behind this? The Phantasmoon...
Over 500 years ago, a prophet made a prediction. In year 1999, a terrifying... Shame on them. How can they just say things like that on TV when it's not even confirmed? Also, those two hosts, weren't they from Full Wish TV? Ever since coming to Plain Arcadia, I'm happy you made it back safely. But somehow, you just don't seem... Oh no. You're trying to grow up and leave me behind. Don't tell me you're becoming... No! Is this what it takes to become a hero? If you're all grown up and serious, we just can't click like we used to anymore. Oh, right. Tell me about what happened at the TV tower. I've heard Don Hung and Sunday's side of the story. So, Full Wish had people undergo the happiness surgery to implant Shuhu's flesh into their body. And you guys stopped the mutation from spreading, but all you managed... And then you mentioned that Nessia, the one we met at Star Rail Fest, is actually the Phantasm. And she also asked you to go deep into the world and... who is...
Yes, Graphia, Himiko's ancestor. She's an artist from 1,000 years ago.
Himiko's ancestor? She's still alive? Wait, that's not even the most important. Nessia asked you to warn Graphia that the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod is back? Oh, why does the Express have such bad luck? By this point, whenever we go on vacation, Lord Ravager, at Venesia's request, Shuhu's flesh and Blade's bone feels like we're juggling a bunch of eggs all at once. One slip, and it's all... Are you okay? I wish I were as calm as you.
So many things to deal with right now. Nah, I've had a long day. I should just get some rest. Welt, she's tired. Let her sleep.
You're obviously tired. I never thought this vacation would become the prelude to yet.
From our very first steps, trouble has always followed the Nameless. But this is way too much.
Look at you now. It takes me back to when I first got the Express running again. Aside from Pom Pom, I was the only crew member on board. All I could do was note every problem in the navigation log, one by one. A world's coordinates that needed an update. Back then, I never imagined the Astral Express would one day have to face a Lord Ravager. Come to think of it, it's because of you. Because of all of you. The Nameless who guided me before I set out once told me, keep moving forward, and the obstacles that once felt impossible to conquer will soon be behind you. And along the way, you'll find companions who... I've seen you grow through the Phantom Moon games, becoming someone others can trust and lean on. And I heard the declaration you made atop the tower. I'm truly proud of you. That's why I want to share a story from the past with you. A promise from 15 years ago. I promised someone that when the moon over my hometown was full again, I would go back to see her, to let her know I had made the most of this borrowed life. I want to share this story with you all. The story. It's a long story, filled with many memories of my past. I'd also like to invite you all to the place where I repaired the Express and tell you everything, bit...
All right, it's a deal. When I return from the world in canvas, you can make us...
Speaking of the world in canvas, Venesia's request was not made lightly, and she was worried for a reason. According to the records from the databank and the IPC's investigation, Asat Pramod's campaigns often spanned centuries, and the planet's 1,000 years ago. My ancestor Graphia created the world in canvas. If that was to resist Asat Pramod's invasion of Ahatopia, that's the first of many mysteries. Based on our family history, we are clearly not descendants of any. Quite the opposite. The weathering curse has shortened my family's lifespan for generations. There are far too many legends about her. It's only two things are beyond doubt. First, during the Cinderth Age, second, near the end of one of the Phantom Moon games, which means she is not only familiar with Asat Pramod. Nobody knows just how big the plane Graphia created actually is. Over 140 years ago, the IPC tried to salvage the world, and legend has it that Graphia used a vast ocean as her canvas, and channeled the power of... Good question. As for who in plain Arcadia knows Graphia and the world in Canvas best, she should have some clues to guide us in the right direction. By the way, General Yao Guang is here. She's... I'm not sure if she comes with good news or bad news. She brought a... Go talk to General Yao Guang then. Don't keep her waiting. After that, come to the party car.
Nice to meet you, Ishvara. I always thought that the arbitrator, Evanesia, would step in and punish Foolish for the disaster she caused. But, in my capacity as an Arbiter General, I extend my deepest gratitude to you for halting the plague. And what I am about to tell you is something Evanesia risked breaking the rules to share with me. Please keep it a secret. Not a word of this leaves the Express. Sealed within Ahatopia's core is Ouroboros, the
You mean the Leviathan that can swallow whole planets? That Ouroboros the Veracity?
Looks like you know a thing or two about Ouroboros.
I've seen that terrifying thing in Herta's simulated universe.
Rumor has it, they were last seen during the era of the Swarm disaster. They were hardly there to aid the Swarm, but rather to attend a cosmic-level feast, in which the Swarm served merely as appetizers. No one expected them to be here of all places, sealed away on this very planet, after... The true situation remains unknown. But with this information, we can understand why Asat Pramod said... Aren't you a little afraid, facing a huge disaster like this? Interesting. You wouldn't flinch even if a star fell upon you. Fortune follows when fate hits its lowest ebb. Every crisis... Now that we know a force capable of devouring stars is deep in slumber at this planet's core, perhaps we could make it devour the problem. Blade has agreed to my proposal and will venture into the world in Canvas to seek out the Veracity. From what I've heard, you are going there. I cast a divination, and the hexagram shifted between the marsh and fire trigrams, yielding the judgment. Heaven and earth are separate and apart, but the work which... A funeral, or an adventure. Will it be a battle with only a 1 in 10 chance of survival? Blade agreed to my proposal, even though that little Stellaron hunter girl would... Betting? No, we are not chips laid on a gaming table, nor dice tossed at someone's whim. We trust that belief is what gave you the strength to overcome Foolish. It is also the only reason I stay for this world. My purpose has never changed. I have a plan for how to handle Asat Pramod if he strikes unexpectedly. What miracle could cap off these games better than a finale that humbles a Lord Ravager? The shadow of the Lord Ravager looms. And from here on...
Before I set out, I still want to say a few words to everyone. What are they all up to over there?
Oh, there you are. We were waiting for you.
We're here to celebrate the Astral Express making it through another trial, of course. Pom-Pom's heard all about your...
It's a modest celebration, but a meaningful one. You stopped Full Wish's scheme, and that is no small achievement.
Exactly. You knocked out the mastermind behind all those creepy
Your victory gave Blade a chance to free himself from Shuhu's flesh. Thank you.
With a Lord Ravager looming on the horizon, everyone will soon be heading off on their own.
Now, Let's make it. Here's to everyone who fights to protect this Arcadia. And here's to all of us. The Lord Ravager can throw whatever he wants at us. But I know the Astral Express will keep...
Thank you. All of you. Having you by my side...
Cheers!
Oh, it's you! Pom-Pom heard you've got a... sadly, Pom-Pom can't Pom-Pom's memory of those years is like... But it's okay. After Passenger Himiko repaired the express... How did Passenger Himiko appear? That's odd. Pom-Pom can't remember a thing. The day Passenger Himiko knocked, it felt like Pom-Pom was waking up from it. Graphia? But Pom-Pom always dreams of strangers when Pom-Pom's asleep. They seem to be bustling around the express, but every time Pom-Pom wakes up, their faces slip away. Safe trip, Pom.
I heard from Sunday about how the televised... We won this battle because of you. When the televised debate began, a crowd outside the station gathered to protest the I guess people know deep down which is more dangerous. But I am more concerned about you. I've seen the footage of your fight with Fullwish. When you returned to the top of the tower, it reminded me a lot of when I saved you at Herta Space Station. Did you The Stellaron can be awakened by a wish, but its immense power... As the wave of wish power surged toward you, it brought hope and blessings, but also dark... Be careful with this power you have.
Did you need something? I need a break. I felt worn out ever since coming back. Right now, it feels like I'm back in Oak Manor's banquet hall. Mr. Yang insisted I should get a full day of sleep, but I should thank you for letting me embark on this journey.
There you are. March and I were talking about you. Yeah, of course.
When did Don Hung start expressing his feelings?
This trip to Plain Arcadia is the first time we weren't necessarily You dove into the Phantom Moon games. I crossed paths with that relentless old friend and foe again.
Wait, hold up. How come all I get is wandering and eating? I call it cultural exploration. With a little extra time for me to recharge, of course.
Now that we're having this little break,
Well said. This vacation has expanded my horizons. And my...
Blade has accepted General Yao Guang's proposal. Perhaps he has finally moved on from past grudges. It's going to be a path fraught with danger. From now on, I will turn my attention to the... Mr. Yang and I have been asked by General Yao Guang to help with setting...
I've got work to do, too. Mr. Ashvale wanted someone to accompany him to the tavern, to invest... No problem. When you come back...
Just in time. I've taught she will handle all the arrangements for your passage, so you can enter the world in Canvas to find my aunt. This is an important matter. Furthermore, your journey gives her the chance to uncover something she's been yearning to understand. Once you've fully rested, you may make your way to the dock in Seafeld City. Madame Pearl has a special ship waiting for you there. It will take you to the border between this world and the world in Canvas. That's your final stop before entering the world in Canvas. A place to... I know you'll have to go alone this time, but I don't think it'll be dangerous. After all, the thought of it makes me feel calm. In a strange but Please tell her that one of her descendants became a Go ahead. Set out once you've rested up. I'll be...
In other words, that woman wants you to take Shuhu and jump straight into the Veracity and leave the rest to the Eon's stomach acid? And this is between me and him, right? Why are you tagging along?
Relax. I'll say my goodbyes and be gone. A dignified funeral, If you ask me, this ending is indeed grand enough.
I don't care about any of that. There's only one thing I care about. Does he have to die?
Here's a piece of advice, little cub. Whether he lives or dies is his choice. That's the one thing you don't get to decide for him.
It has landed.
What?
Nothing. Just a seabird landing on the rocks. A blade forged of mortal steel cannot sever an undying fate. If Shuhu is to be put down, the options are few. And that look...
In time, people will say this. The culprit of the Juming gave his life for the greater good and plunged into the abyss alongside the abomination.
I'm not as noble as you make it sound. Many years ago, you invited me to join the Galaxy Rangers. I refused. I'm a petty man. I was never born to carry some greater good. This is between Shuhu and me.
Can't argue with that. A Galaxy Ranger through and through. Well then, I won't say anything more.
Blade, you sure about this?
For years, death has clung to me like a curse, etched into my bones. If there is a chance to make a god feel the same pain, I would do it, even if this body is reduced to ash. As for everyone else, there's no need to drag them into this. We'll proceed as Yao Guang proposed. Bury Shuhu at the end of the world in canvas, taking me with him.
Take care.
How about you stay as well? You might as well see it through to the end with us.
Plain Arcadia has bigger problems that need my attention. Your instincts were right. That meanie pulling strings from the shadows is none other than a Sat Pramod.
Who else would want to kick a Ha's head like a ball?
So, I need to get back and finish my job.
Investigating a Lord Ravager sounds like a job you don't come back from.
Therefore, it also pays very well.
Then here's hoping you live long enough to collect your payment. Every time, when it's just the two of us, you go quiet.
You know what I'm going to say. The seabird's flown off. It's time for us to go too.
terror slumbering at the heart of plain Arcadia is Ouroboros.
After the swarm disaster, the Veracity vanished, never to appear again for more than 700 Amber eras. Their last rumored sighting was 500 years ago.
History fictionologists claim that Ouroboros lies in wait at the edge of the cosmos, guarded by their children, awaiting the day of their return.
I've heard that story before, but it wasn't about the edge of the cosmos. They say that the preservation is nothing more than a facade, and the IPC is, in truth,
Organic life has quite the imagination. They've said other things, too. That Louis Fleming seeks to ascend as the Eon of Wealth. That the Council of Mundanites are mere hounds of Dr. Primitive. That such rumors are endless. I believe the General should be a...
I've never heard the last one, so let's assume it's the only one that's true. Such terrible breath. Once this Leviathan awakens,
For now, this remains conjecture. The sealed remains appear to be a husk that Ouroboros once shed. Why it's here, and how it's connected to the elation remain. Yet even a fragmented remnant of an Eon is a threat that can't be ignored. The calamity of the Leviathan must not be allowed to re-emerge.
naturally, that is why I'm here. And it's about time for the two Nameless to arrive. Oh, you're just on time.
General Yao Guang, as instructed, warding talismans have been placed at over a dozen sites across.
My thanks. It was Mr. Yang's talent of creation out of nothing that allowed us to... Now, with Yin and Yang aligned, and all four aspects in place, as long as we set up the last formation core, the Decalight reflection barrier will be complete.
Using the divine eye of the Spiritus to weave a giant web, one that ensnares countless possible futures.
Though Shuhu has been eradicated, the signs of doom have not faded. On the contrary, after much consideration, the source can only be this restless core.
One crisis is yet to pass, and another is already upon us. The Arcadia's ley lines were already riddled with scars. While Evanesia is asleep, someone must take up her duty to guard this.
But defending isn't the way of the hunt. If you don't want to become the prey...
General, do you intend to go on the offensive and suppress...
How could I? The Joy Seeker could barely confine that husk using the Abundance's ambrosial arbor as its cage. I'm not that arrogant as to place my... I'm not here to guard against an Eon, but against a less... Lord Ravager Asat Pramod. This barrier is prepared for him.
Asat Pramod has been meddling with the game from the shadows. His intentions unclear. We know little about him or the Veracity. By chance, however, a friendly citizen has provided us with intel.
Ouroboros' remains are in Ahatopia, aren't they? Silence is an answer in itself. I've seen that reaction too many times.
I'm not surprised that you were the first to discover it. You were in the Torn Scroll too. The probability of you noticing was 20.
That's a little low, don't you think? I'd put it at well over 90.
What I don't understand is this. There were countless ways to verify your hypothesis. Yet you bypassed security and broke into the building to confront me in person. What is your objective?
This is no confrontation. It's a warning, Madame Pearl. While everyone else is fixated on the Phantasmoon games, only the Department of Aberration Defense is watching other places.
Like the location where the new Herald of Death case was closed?
Correct. The incident involved 4 Daybreak warriors, 3 nameless, 1 detective, and 1 officer. But just moments ago, a 10th set of footprints appeared at the scene.
After the investigation, We learned that the traces were left deliberately.
The Lord Ravager bent on destroying the elation came uninvited. Make no mistake. Plan Arcadia is a stage he chose with care, and drawing the abundance into the fray with—
Our top priority is to dispose of Shuhu's flesh properly, to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands and causing a—
That said, we cannot afford to ignore Asat Pramad's next move.
This giant web is prepared for that very purpose. Once the entire planet is folded into the divination's trajectory, under the gate. When that time comes, he won't wish to leave any footprints behind.
One final question. Why did the Lord Ravager choose to visit this place? Does he have an ulterior motive?
That question should be left to the professionals. Don't forget, we have a detective who can't seem to rest. Let's hope the accumulation of variables can tip the scales in our favor.
And so, the people set out, and the gondola, bound for distant lands, set sail. The end of the world. The elation once again declared war upon the frail little humans. Ouroboros split their mouth wide. Whoever can fill my whole mouth with but a single thing shall receive a reward. The fool known as the Shepherd captured a comet. It wasn't even enough to fill the gap between the Veracities. The bartender Braji opened the wine cellar. Yet they only grew drowsy, drift, and en route, he crept up to the Veracity's ear and told them a corny joke. The Veracity pondered it for 10 amber eras, then burst into laughter at their own amusement. En route spread his hands and said, "See? I filled your mouth with laughter."
Then what happened?
Then the Veracity said, "Are you kidding me?" And with that, they opened their gaping maw.
What kind of nonsense?
Those are the facts, my inquisitive auditor. If you want to hear more stories, you're welcome to discuss with your classmates.
We came here to investigate the Veracity and Asat Pramod, but all we got were stories that only a 3-year-old would believe.
Rumors don't just appear out of thin air. It's just a matter of how much truth you think they hold.
At least 90% of that was made up.
Sometimes that last 10% is all you need. Oh, plenty of bystanders around. Let's hear what they have to say.
You two! You didn't shout. Such diligent Oh, you're not fools.
You two asking about the veracity?
Walk the path of veracity?
You got it. Kids always and I am
Ugh, can you talk?
I swore to become a veracity. Finally, I'll pinch my nose and swallow.
Ouroboros?
Nah.
Enough of...
I'm telling you, it was all bluffing. En route and Dorothy, when the veracity wasn't looking, roll up her skin like then poof! They were gone. I already found.
You should be putting this much effort into your stuff.
They say a dull pen beats a sharp memory. My memory's dull, and my pen's not much better.
Then you must have a lot of...
A kindred spirit. I've met far too many fools who can't even read. Oddly enough, those of us who truly love learning are the rare. Interested in studying the knowledge of the laughter? I have a reference book here.
This feels completely...
Oh, please. Thank the seniors. To compile this book, they offended every eon they... As for me, I'm just the one.
Hey, friends! How was your first day of... school? Sparksy's here to pick you up after... Where were you just now? You opened the door for us and just disappeared.
Oh, still doubting me? You're breaking Sparkskull's heart here. That whole foolish thing. I took on every emoji in the tavern by myself, fought them all the way to the end of the world, and but honestly, this place runs on rumors. Aha is being chased by the veracity. Aha chases the veracity. We won't get anywhere following stories like this.
Let's go through what we know so far. Ooh. Yeah, it's a complete mess.
So, after a bit of thought, Lady Sparksy came up with a brilliant idea. The unreal Sparks and Spark! No idea how it works, but apparently this light bulb makes you smarter the moment you put it on.
Does this friend know you borrowed it?
Supramon has a gun to our heads, and this is what you're worried about? He'll find out one day.
Well then?
It, doesn't look very reliable.
No worries. If anything goes wrong, the friend...
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
No, it's... working. working perfectly. Our enemy is a Lord Ravager. There's only one question we need answered.
Correction. The effect...
Judging by Nanook's habit of picking Lord Ravagers, I wouldn't be surprised if Asat Pramod was once a masked fool, and therefore knows Aha's weakness. The Arcadia is like a microcosm of eons and paths. People indulge themselves in fabricated happiness, unable to pull themselves away from it.
A classic social realist deduction. Old-fashioned. Ooh, but effective.
Yes. The answer is you are Asat Pramod, Sparksy.
Do you have evidence?
Of course. The truth is so simple that everyone overlooked it. You were the first person I met when I got off the express.
If I am Asat Pramod, would you and Grey Hair have been able to walk out of the school alive?
Yeah, fair point.
Just take that thing off already.
That's weird. I thought I was on the right track.
Let me give you a lesson. Deduction isn't about people skills. It's about smart tricks and flawless logic. Watch and learn. Sparkle, master of the classic whodunit, has entered the chat.
You changed your clothes just for this?
First of all, Ouroboros likes to eat. Secondly, whatever they eat disappears completely. Therefore, veracity is also a form of destruction. This is the classic mystery of one culprit, two identities. The one, the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, played by the What am I even saying?
Classic whodunit. This is more like a classic who's the
Ah, I get it now. All this thing does is make wild guesses sound reasonable. So far, that's the most accurate piece of information.
No need to be so serious, detective. Why don't you show us what you've got? By the way, what type of detective are you?
Me? I'm the tough guy type. I don't waste time on useless details. I aim straight at the heart of the problem. You're not wrong. Asat Pramod is Nanook's weapon to assassinate Aha. Whatever his plan may be, the target doesn't change. Remember, as far as humanity knows, there are only 3 ways an Eon can...
A broader path engulfs a narrower one. The third one...
Forcing an Eon to turn away from their own path.
Whichever it is, none of it sounds remotely connected to plain Arcadia. So, what makes you so certain Asat Pramod is here on business?
Because we folks just dug up one heck of a treasure from underground. And in the stories tied to them, we've unearthed more than a few names worth paying attention to. Right. He's the one I can't stop thinking about. The stories change every time. En route defeated the veracity by some means.
You're right. Then who is this
En route?
Of course she does! Everyone in the tavern knows that name. Long ago, its owner grew tired of jokes, cast aside his mask, and walked away. Some say he became a mourning actor. Others say he jumped into IX's black hole. But none of that matters. What truly matters is that you have my unreal Sparks and Spark.
I knew it.
Give it back, give it back! That's a big order my client wants immediately.
What do you mean, give it back? It just wandered off, and I happened to find it on the way, so I brought it home. You want it? Here, take—
Absolutely not! Wait, right now?
No. If it's a no, it's a no. Guess I'll keep it. Bye-bye.
Get back here!
Sir, do you need to hire a...
Hey!
Can you catch her for me?
Of course. I'll have that thing returned to you safe and sound in half a day. But, in exchange, I'd like you to elaborate a bit more.
Oh, so that's why you're here. Now, old Sempo's intel isn't cheap. Waiving the fee won't quite cut it.
Name your price. Put it on Pearl's tab.
Ha! Just kidding. Money talks boring. Besides, the Astral Express and I go way back. Oh, and I wouldn't. The en route you're looking for lives up to the name. There's nowhere he can't reach. Only places he hasn't been yet. He's the gold standard of the masked fools. He only shows up where he's least welcome. A morning actor's stage, a friend's wedding, even inside the Veracity's mouth.
That lines up. Sounds like the origin of the legend. So, he's a...
Not a chance! Back when old Sempo was still a kid, he left the tavern during the Second Prosperity. They say after hearing 30 trillion jokes, he never laughed again. Before he left, en route said one thing that, at the time, no one cared about. Elation has been dead for a long time.
Where did he go after he left the tavern?
The tavern has 10,000 mouths, all telling different stories. All I know is that he said he was headed for the true world's end, and then he vanished without a trace.
How do you know all this?
Oh, I've been around long enough to have my own channels. Just trust old Sempo. And about catching...
Leave it to me. I keep my word. See? You only need that 10% of the story to be true.
The last thing he said was really scary.
So many unanswered questions about en route. He has to be tied to Asat Pramod somehow. But our leads at the tavern have run their course. Let's go. Oh. Speak of the devil. Only a Cianjo general could have arranged something like this, I suppose.
I'm surprised as well. You've only just left Amphorius, and already you've managed to draw the attention of another Lord Ravager.
Miss Ron May? And Miss Ting Yun?
We're here by General Yao Guang's request. It seems...
At first, I only came because the Shenzhou extended an invitation, and it seemed impolite to refuse. I see it was well worth the trip. So, let me get to... Ouroboros has long been dead. Their death was merely buried beneath layers of secrecy.
Hardly surprising. They disappeared after the swarm disaster, and there are many different opinions on where they went. The Intelligentsia Guild claims the Veracity ate their fill and entered hibernation. I don't buy it.
You seem surprisingly calm, which makes sense. After all, the shadow in your right hand is evidence as well. Why don't you tell everyone what happened to the Galaxy Rangers back on Vonwalk?
Vonwalk.
Sprightly Vonwalk. I've heard there's a particular phenomenon that occurs on that rainforest planet. Plants multiply and grow and are then harvested like wild grass. A cycle repeating every few decades. Almost identical to the Phantom.
But how are the two connected? When you hear plants and growth, huh?
It seems you figured it out. By coincidence, abundance is another thing the two worlds have.
When coincidences pile up,
They cease to be coincidences, Mr. Ashvale. No. Leader of the Rangers, Mr. La Mancha.
Back on Von Walk. I'd already long since stopped. Your conjecture is basically correct, Miss Ron May. By the time I arrived, the atavistic experiment was already approaching its final phase. Dr. Primitive had set his sights on an ancient Leviathan beneath Von Walk's surface. There also lay the remains of the Veracity.
You stopped him.
The Rangers stopped him. Back then.
Now, deep beneath Ahatopia, another corpse of the Leviathan lies buried. If I'm not mistaken, there are countless other worlds carrying out the same ritual. Aha sealed Ouroboros' body among the stars, suppressed it with abundance, siphoned the power of the Path of Veracity, and called it a game. This is what people call the Phantasmoon Games.
Why would they do such a—
You may remember, the Express once delivered a Leviathan's carcass to me. That wasn't the only one in my collection. By arranging remains from different eras in sequence, I discovered something rather intriguing. At a certain moment over 1,000 Amber Eras ago, just as Akivili began traveling in pursuit of their idea, all creations of the Veracity lost the same organ. Their taste.
What does that imply?
The purpose of consumption changed. Be they spawns, depth crawlers, or void song whales, their genetic markers encoding gustatory organs vanished entirely. Creatures walking the path of Veracity became nothing more than This was not natural evolution. Through the simulated universe, I identified the point of divergence in history. Consider this. What do
yummy flick.
Precisely. Savoring something's aftertaste is an act of elation.
So Aha stole the original Prima Mobile of the
The simulated universe proves nothing on its own, but the primal desires of life have always been entangled. Think of it as my intuition. The conflict between the eons of elation and veracity stretches all the way back to primordial.
How many people know about this?
There used to be 2. I only told Yuqingtu. Now, there are 5.
Exploit the old conflict between Aha and Ouroboros to ignite a divine war, or allow intersecting paths to devour. Of the 3 known ways to kill an eon, the Arcadia fulfills at least 2.
But you still haven't explained where it came from.
You mean the shadow? It has nothing to do with Von Walk.
Oh?
Call it a twist of fate. This isn't my first encounter with the Astral Express, nor my first time when my home was destroyed by Zulo. I had a brief encounter with a former...
A navigator of the...
Yes. Starseer, I see. He was the one who told me about the shadow. According to IC, it was one of many remnants left behind when the Express first carved paths along the edges of the cosmos. I led the Rangers to suppress the shadow and devised the plan to assassinate Zulo. But I never learned why it was there in the first...
Don't you find it strange, Mr. Ashvale?
Strange?
When coincidences pile up, they cease to be coincidences. Like an experiment with results that are too If you don't mind, let's walk through the whole thing once more. Earlier, what did you 2 uncover?
Someone suspected to be a Sat Pramod knew about the Veracity secret. Before disappearing, he said he was headed for...
And then? Who did he say the shadow belonged to?
A former navigator. The shadow was a remnant left behind when he charted the cosmos.
If the world's end isn't the tavern, then where is it?
I don't know if anyone can answer that question. Not even Akivili. Wait. Don't tell me.
En route only goes where he isn't welcome. After leaving the tavern, he went.
The detective game is over. I have to say, not many people can make me change my plans. Whether in the past or present.
So, it is.
You know how it is, kid. I've always enjoyed arriving uninvited.
Pearl said she would arrange a ferry to pick us up at the Seafeld City dock. The place we're going to holds clues about Graf.
It is an honor to, well, shall I say, to be honest, when Madame Pearl invited you to visit the Perlux Tower, my name is Feld, by order of Madame Pearl. You are too kind. I followed the battle in Seafeld. I assume Madame Pearl has already briefed you and our... I see. It so happens that Madame Pearl is tied up with the destination of our boat journey is a hotel known as Inkford Hermitage. It is situated at the end of a Dovebrook tributary that ultimately flows into the sea.
Well, Graffia's former residence was located there. Legend says the miraculous and canvassing of the mortal world happened there. Would Madame Pearl, a die-hard fan, pass up a sacred site like that? Word is that Madame Pearl just flicked her wrist, signed a check with an astronomical figure, and bought the whole plot of land. She also snatched up every single piece of Graffia's lost works she could find without bothering. Whew, I guess money really does let you do whatever you want. That's not even the half of it. I don't know where her obsession comes from, but she's dead set on the idea that Graffia is still alive. But all they could find were Imagine knockoffs. Random, pretty redheads based on nothing but imagination. I bet her reaction went something like this. Objective.
You? I remember you!
Perlux Tower? I've never set foot in that place in my—
Oh, I know it's you! I've seen the footage! You're—
Oh, a slip-up in an otherwise perfect plan.
Cut it out, you scoundrel! You can't talk your way out of this. Who exactly—
This is the author of Fluffy Across the Blue.
Huh. My apologies. How rude of me. Miss Colt, it...
No worries. Well, yes. Would you believe—
Miss Blurry QR Colt, let's be clear. You are being transported under escort. Your current credit balance is in the negative. Madame Pearl has offered you a lifeline by asking you to complete the next volume of the Fluffy.
Whoa, this is not my fault. Remember Alloy King Pom Pom from Perlux Tower? I tried to put everything on Pearl's tab, but she found out and... Who knew a figurine could be so expensive? No way. It's
So you're escorting her to,
Correct. The objective is to deliver the manuscript and clear her—
Hear that? It's not a hotel. It's hell, where you get whipped for not finishing your scripts on time.
The boat has arrived. When you're ready, let's begin our journey to Inkford. We have arrived. This is the snowy shore of the canvas world, Inkford Hermitage.
Oh. Are those Wispae floating on the water?
Oh dear, there are so many Wispae. They are blocking the boat's route. But no need to panic. Please follow my lead.
A safe docking. For a second, I thought we were going to hit an iceberg or something. They probably sensed your wish power. You are the Phantas Moon Games superstar, no? Look, one's trying to hitch a ride on you. Must have been when we came ashore. Oh, what a devoted fan.
Everyone, welcome to Inkford Hermitage.
I was imagining a Benzai Tengoku style manor or something. So you demolished your idol's old residence and replaced it with a luxury hotel.
Of course not. Benzai Tengoku vanished more than 1,000 years ago. The original structure is long lost to time. The IPC only chose this location because this is one of the weakest points between reality. Many Imaginae are born every day, but just as many ancient lineages of Imaginae hide themselves away in the world. This is the final stop before they enter the world in canvas, and this is where they bid farewell to reality. They rest. Rumor has it that Graphia's soul appears from time to time.
There's a sense of parting in the air. No wonder the soul of the mother of...
Miss Colt, now that you're in this well too, you ought to make...
None
not a mimic. Not interested.
Is that?
Ah, the golden tree in the distance.
All those years of effort, and in the end, I still live somewhere this small.
The drop rates are this bad.
We have arrived. The hotel staff will take over from here.
Oh, it's freezing. It's cold enough. Anyone here?
Honored guests, my apologies for the late welcome.
Oh, no wonder it's so cold. It's an actual snow with.
I am the lobby manager, Casper. You have a very high body temperature. Please, try.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am the popular comic.
The former comic artist, Miss Nyalux.
Oh, my true name is gone, just like that. Oh, wait, did you say former?
The big shots upstairs gave me a heads up. You are now an asset of Perlux Corp. You'll be staying here. Every guest that Arcadian over there, that's a former
Which one? Never.
That one over there is one of the oldest strangelings. They're a former Kappa.
A Kappa? Didn't that lineage of Imagine go extinct when the eyepiece...
There are still a few survivors that slip. As for Casper myself, I am a... Little old me was once a tall, mighty...
So you're basically an antique who knows a bunch of old secrets.
From a block of ice. It is sad how a giant block of ice melts into tiny pieces over time. I have forgotten the names of most of my friends. Indeed, another...
Another?
That is a secret. Sightings of Lady Graphia are as common as the snowflakes here. Ever since the news spread that her soul would reside at the hotel, all those Imagine who mimic her and the weirdos who insist they have a connection to her, you see, they all claim they have some...
I bet they're just trying to scam people out of wish power and credits.
You're not wrong. But whenever the higher-ups ask for a report, little old Casper here can all... Nameless. Good luck with your inquiry.
I heard Graphia is still here in this hotel.
You can see me? Indeed. I am Graphia. Unfortunately.
I am Graphia. If you're giving away wish space, you should...
No, I am Graphia.
I don't care which. One of...
The Lord Ravager? To be honest, we are Graphia.
Simply put, we are Imaginate. As for me, I was sketched by a rather unskilled illustrator for a
I am a wispy form from the concentrated longing for Graphia.
I am the armored goddess Graphia from the 52-episode animated series. Care to witness my signature move? If you're looking for the real Graphia, I've seen countless Imaginae on the verge of exhausting their wish power, begging the mother of Imagenesis to extend their lives with her paintbrush. Not... when it comes down to it, she's...
Who knows? Maybe the IPC made up some story.
I mean, the Cinderic age was over 1,000 years ago. There's one very simple...
She created all Imaginae with her brush. Word has it, she waits at the end of the world and can, but every Imaginae who has seen her is, of course.
So dying is the... These three aren't just fakes. As I suspect.
Besides us, there are plenty of ancient Imaginae living here, ones that...
If you're serious about finding Graphia...
I heard Graphia is still here in this hotel.
I spent my whole life doing hard labor in a frozen wasteland. Now, death rewards me with...
The drop rates are this bad.
Please don't linger around.
Baneful clouds scatter.
Let me teach you some moves.
Captain! Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Best of luck. An explosive start.
I sense more stray thoughts and just... Yes. The humans here call me Sudscour. A filthy name, but are you here at the hot springs to wash away your stray thoughts? Well, as you see, my kin have either been long ago. My people lived in every river and pond in Ahatopia. It is hard to leave one's homeland. This is still my home. It needs some... Lady Graphia is the one who guided all Imaginae. Back then, the demons from beyond swept in like a dark tide. The filth and flames they brought, we Kappa were weak and could only shiver at the bottom of the rivers. But it was Lady Graphia. She taught us how to use water to protect the displaced mortals and wash away those impure monsters. Legend says that when she was a painter, she was a... But in my fading memories, on the battlefield, she was a warrior with flowing red hair. Some say she fought like a demon, but to me, her eyes shone brighter than the smoothest river. If you seek clues regarding Lady Graphia, you should visit. There are atonement statues left by Imaginae there, filled with their prayers. Casper likes to wander around there. He is a strangeling far older than I. That is all I can tell you. After all, I am...
Please don't linger around here.
So, you're here looking for Graphia's whereabouts. I think it's unlikely that the mother of Imogenesis will see her. If she wanted to see her, it would already have happened. The IPC has practically turned the world. You know this, right? Over 140 years ago, they brought in hackers from Punk Lord and did I think disturbing her world in canvas like that must have... A friend of Graphia's? So that friend wanted you to find Graph...
The only thing Evanesia left that could be a token is the mask she painted.
Normally, I'd suggest you play that little snow puff ball for info. That good luck with your... But since you're asking for it, you must have heard that in a certain corner of the universe, there's a mysterious ritual that can summon the Holy Grail War! Oh, right! That was your big adventure in Penacony. Oh, how nice. I hope... Then I don't need to explain the method. First, we need a catalyst. Do you have Graphia's brush or palette? No matter, Miss Cult has got you covered. We use ley line resonance. This hotel is built on Graphia's former home. It still has... Wait. Sorry. I was just trying to lift the mood. Oh, honestly, I'm a chronic deadline misser.
I've heard enough. Break time is over, Miss Nihilux. Now that you understand your situation, stop wasting time. Start drawing!
I just checked in, and I have to work already?
A Mechatron can run for hundreds of hours.
Hey, wait! This is kidnapping!
Nihilux has a point. If that cast were anyway, I'll start by asking.
There's still a chance for me to... I spent my whole life...
Please don't linger around here.
Casper? Are you there?
Nope. I'm not.
Not a mimic. Not interested.
on me, current nameless. I knew you'd come to ask about, but if I try too hard to remember things from such a long, long time ago, so much of my memory feels like it's shrouded in a blizzard and I can't see anything. A snowball fight? It feels like I had snowball fights every... Well then, come at me!
The drop rates are this bad.
things from the Cinder thing, but I definitely met Lady Graphia. She was a great painter who led us in snowball fights. Back then, when we wanted to see her, we'd go to her doorstep, light the ground lamps, and then Lady Graphia would poke her head out of the window upstairs. Then we'd have snowball fights against the Void Rangers together. If we won, I got to swallow the Void Rangers whole. There was someone else. Just thinking about them makes my blood... He was a snowball fight master. I remember one time, 8 of us teamed up to challenge, but that guy knocked us all down with his snowballs like it was nothing. 6 of my friends were lying on the ground, feeling beat. Losing. As for me, I think I got hit right in the neck. I saw...
8 people? In the Phantasmoon games? So, in that round of the Phantasmoon games, Graphia...
I saw her once. By then, Ahatopia had already been transported into the canvas. I couldn't find my other 6 friends, but I remembered where Lady... So, I went to her front door again, lit the ground lamp. It felt like only a second had passed. Just the blink of an eye. She held me and cried, saying, "I'm sorry." It was just one lost game. We could have just won it. I only shared some memories of a snowball fight. That's about all Casper can remember.
So, to summarize, Casper likes to light the ground now. Even next to such a lively hot spring hotel. Huh. These atonement statues all look like small animals. I should find a prominent spot for the ground lamps. These 2 little lamps? Oh, whatever.
Who dares disturb my thousand? Not only will I refuse to grant you 3 wishes, I shall also lock you in my...
Thanks for the invite. I'm not quite dead yet, but I don't feel alive either. I'm testing the deadline. This mountain path is so quiet and secluded. Ooh, what a great spot for a night stroll, listening to the calming sound of the springs. I was hoping to find some inspiration out here. With those 2 goons. Look at this old stone statue! Ooh, doesn't it look like... I just reached the real versus fake Cat arc in my comic. Let me pay my respects. Maybe Graphia will bless me with enlightenment.
Miss Colt, when did you sneak out?
That was fast!
I let my guard down for just 1 second, and corporate asset. I mean, Miss Colt.
No way are you running away and taking our jobs with you. Good thing this kind lady's...
Let's go. Back to the room.
Come on, not again! Little raccoon!
Being an artist sure is grueling. I remember being held in a room and watched by 6 or 7 people, too. Hmm? You're asking me? Weren't you the one searching My name is Murata Graphia, guardian of the world in canvas. It is a...
You're saying you are Graphia? Huh. She really does look a lot like Himiko.
Child, you were the one who lit the ground lamps, were you not? If memory serves, that I simply answered the call. Yet you doubt my identity. How? Let me think. I believe I know why you've come to find me. The arbitrator of the Phantasmoon Games asked you to tell me that our old enemy, the Demon Lord from Beyond, has returned. Since Ahatopia's in canvassing, Evanesia and I agreed to guard reality and the world in canvas separately. But over the past 1,000 years, I often hoped we might reunite in some way. Who would have thought, when word of her finally reached me again, there'd be no warm greetings? You must have many questions. My, you certainly have a lot of questions. During the Cinderth Age, that demon lord from beyond once took the form of a friend to infiltrate the Resistance, causing catastrophe. Do you carry a token from Evanesia? She painted a supplicant's mask for you. The secrets you seek are many and tangled. Perhaps I should start by telling you a story. 1,000 years ago, the legions of the demons from beyond descended upon Ahatop for the destruction. Taking a life is easier than brushing aside a feather. Among the countless victims, a baby girl was saved by a painter from the brink of death. To protect his daughter, the painter kept her confined to their home, while the fires of disaster swept across the land, until one day a falling star streaked across the dark sky, and a deafening roar shattered the silence of the wasteland. Unable to contain her curiosity, the young girl slipped out of the house to follow the sound. And so she saw it. Beneath the cold phantasmoon, a tower of infinity. This tower had countless windows and rose section by section, slender and tall. Indeed, that tower, which stood only for a moment, was the crashed Astral Express. And Graphia's family name, Murata, came from the wondrous. At the time, the wrecked train was surrounded by countless abominable monsters. Amidst these foul enemies, a few warriors in strange attire fought tirelessly. It was only much later that Graphia understood that those who fought and died for Ahatopia shared a common name. The Nameless, who walked the path of the Trailblaze. That was the day that Graphia stepped into the mortal world. Her life as the mother in a long, drawn-out war, fought at a severe disadvantage. She was forced to seek the aid of the Phantasmoon Games, attempting to use the mighty power. This was also the first time in the history of the Phantasmoon Games that the 8 supplicants joined forces to confront. She lost. Graphia did not win the Phantasmoon Games. In the final days of the Cinderth Age, she gathered every ounce of wish power to paint the world into a scroll. Using her... Yes. As long as the scroll still enshrouds reality, he won't be... The story is over. I have received evidence. I also have a token I'd like you to give her.
So, are...
No, there is no need to rush. You have a friend here who is lingering with a heart full...
You mean...
Follow this path down to the riverbank of Myriad Wish Grove. You'll find many Wispe gathered there. When you are ready, choose a Wispe. Whisper Graphia's name and your wish to cross over to the other shore. When the time comes, I will bring the ferry to deliver you into the canvas.
Graphia vanished? Anyway, I should head to the riverbank of...
The drop rates are this bad.
I've heard that in the same forest, giant trees will fight each other for nutrients. How about this? We just feed Shuhu to that tree in the courtyard. Say something.
Didn't know you were a forestry expert.
I'm not joking.
If the Elwood absorbed another emanator of abundance, it would likely bring about an even greater catastrophe. Right now, there is no other...
If the abundance grows too strong, the ambrosial arbor loses control, and the Arcadia is doomed. If the abundance is... It's called an Arcadia, but the whole thing is built on a razor's edge. Does that mean the essence of the elation is just...
You're afraid.
I'm not. I respect your choice. Fine. You're right. I'm afraid. You don't think I know what that Xianzhou person meant? 1 in 10 chance? There is no chance at all. Listen, I just can't stand by and watch one of my kin sacrifice himself.
Kin?
What else? Friend? Colleague? Playmate?
I suppose all of those fit.
Fit? How? Sometimes I can't tell if you're actually dumb.
I hear you. Just my mind is made up. You should understand.
You really are just plain dumb. To be honest, if I could see Firefly cured of her illness, Kafka finally finding the heart she's looking for, and that girl reclaiming her future, then I'd be willing to pick up that level 999 cartridge too, even if it means becoming
Don't. At the TV tower, you already severely overspent your time. Don't Besides, why are you telling me this?
Because just like you, I'm a total, stuck-up softie. No. Unless you give me a sincere apology and a proper goodbye.
Not settled. Fair enough. Whether as Ying Xing. Before the final verdict, I should say a proper goodbye. Who's there?
We've been here for a while. If you'd come any later, you'd be looking for him inside the belly of her...
I knew you would come.
I met the legendary Graphia. If we simply chant her name and release a Wispe...
A legend from 1,000 years? It really makes sense. After all, you two are
Then let's begin.
It's freezing. Time for another soak.
are unusual.
Little one, I choose you.
World in canvas, here I come!
That should do it, right? I summon Graphia, mother of Imogenesis. May she come forth and deliver us into the world in canvas. No, Wispy, we're...
Graphia! Graphia! Everyone, into the work!
How odd. This...
Strange. Why is the boat coming from down...
I heard your call, and have come by boat to guide you across. Greetings, travelers who seek to leave the mortal world behind. Oh? Not an Imagine, but someone here to settle the...
I guess so.
The power of abundance. What a nostalgic scent.
I've heard that something lies at the end of the world in canvas, with the power to suppress it.
Ah, I see. I understand. Time is of the essence.
Thank you. The mountains lie distant. The waters still. A fine moment to bring this weary life to its end.
Bring a weary life to its end. To my eyes, the power taking root within you is far from withering away.
It's just a matter of time.
The journey downstream is long. As is custom, I must collect your past stories as fare. I shall use them to paint the path forward, which will guide us to the other side.
My past stories. I am not much of a storyteller.
There is no need to weave your thoughts into a complete story. A single memory. Only by letting go of the past can you truly set forth with an open heart.
Go ahead. Say something.
Then, I shall begin with that lone island of Insumosu. It was a desolate wasteland, untouched and forgotten. Desolate, cold, the perfect place to lay the dead to rest. I planted rusted, broken blades in the wasteland as a mark of my departure. Little did I know that even after joining the Stellaron Hunters, I would find myself returning there time and again, bringing along a few new swords with me. Their owners, some of them sought my life, only to fall by my hand. Others simply wished to see me one last time, as their own lives flickered out. I was once a craftsman, and those swords, they were all my own creations. I raise those wordless monuments for my old friends, one by one, until they became a forest of broken blades. And what about me and my sword? When will it finally join them in that forest?
I will follow your words with my brush and paint the ideal end. Sword barrier. We've reached the shore you've been seeking.
What is this place?
This is the world in canvas. A mirror to your soul. Blooming as your heart dictates.
Superb artistry. And yet, I thought you would paint the desolation within me instead.
I saw no desolation in your story. Instead, I found the fire that tempers black steel and shapes 100 blades, does not burn upon the forge or anvil. That spark within you has yet to fade. It is why this plane has chosen to bloom into flowers.
We've got no clue what you two are on, but you smiled just now.
No.
He finally smiled. I'm actually the one who can't even smile. This sucks.
We have reached the end.
That blue maw. So?
Correct. Driven by the buried secrets of Ahatopia, you have come seeking liberation. And now, I have shown you the silhouette of the beast's maw. If you should find a way to get out, I ask that you swear to keep this secret.
I will keep the secret. That blue maw, can it truly consume the abundance?
Only a beast of insatiable hunger can end a plague of eternal growth. I have stood watch in this realm for a millennium, beholding the eternal conflict where the veracity and the abundance remain locked in strife. Oh, undying soul, the fate that awaits within those depths lies far beyond the reach of our conjecture. Perhaps you will vanish into nothingness in a mere heartbeat. Or perhaps you will endure a millennium of gnawing, constantly regenerating only to suffer once more.
Beneath that calm of yours, I can feel an old friend lingering.
This is the price I must bear for becoming one with the canvas.
You're telling me if he leaps, he has to stay down there and be torn apart for ages? I'm not okay with this. Yao Guang never said anything about this when we went over the plan.
I have lived for nearly a millennium. I stopped wishing for a swift end a long time ago. If the Leviathan does not consume me utterly, then I am still alive. And until that moment comes, I will pin Shuhu to the anvil and swing my hammer once, twice, and again, and again.
Is there really no other way?
Silver Wolf. I was never one for sentiment. In my past life as a smith, I made it a point to forge something for those friends I found tolerable. But ever since I joined the Stellaron Hunters...
Oh, right, I get it. You want me to go back and take apart that box Kafka uses as a footrest, right?
You already took it apart?
A long time ago. Quite a few treasures in there. A master-crafted blade, a game controller, and a portable reactor.
That's the armor core, reforged from the remains of the Glamoth Queen.
Oh, and a cat-scratching post.
When did you find out about these items?
You? You mean we. We all... Think you hit it that well? Please, give me a break. We're a pro team, you know.
Just split it among yourselves. Consider it.
Kafka should be the one saying this, but... You are the most perfect blade the Stellaron Hunters could ever have.
Just a broken blade.
Before you go, you have something to say to her, too, right?
To me?
Don't take offense. It's just a few words. Before joining the Stellaron Hunters, I once unable to see the future, yet unable to reclaim the past. Just like whether we chose this path, or were forced onto it. Leave no room for regret. Then, let it be. It's time. Do you still remember that passphrase? No need to step forward. Just recite it in your head.
3 of a kind.
2 pair.
Ace. Farewell. Let everything end, or truly begin. In the final moments of your life, what will flicker through your mind? The devouring. How much time has passed? Sea of clouds. Ambrosial arbor. My heartbeat. Shuhu. Are you
finally woke up, Yingxing?
Master? I am sorry.
A lad your age, yet your head is more muddled than mine. It has been ages since we last met. Tell me, have you let your craft go to waste? Your master wishes to see what you can do.
Not a sweet dream of toasts and laughter, nor a nightmare of Instead, it is a dream of returning to the very beginning. Typical. This is a standard issue sword I forged for the Cloud Knights, back when I first began my training. Looking at...
Senior Frater, are you truly from a short-lived species?
Why do you ask?
I mean, no offense. I just wondered, why would you come all the way to this—
My home became a grazing ground for those boars and beasts. My parents, they're fertilizer. Unlike you, look at this blade. Fresh from the forge today.
That is so cool!
Stop flattering me. This is just a standard issue sword for the Cloud Knights.
Senior Frater! How could the very first assignment Elder Huayan gave his disciples is what defines a blade? He always says a name carries—
A lone cloud drifts. A crane departs the woods. Let's call it departure.
Senior Frater!
Bai Hung. And that bow I forged for her. In the end, it was I who forged the greatest sin.
For me? Thank you. I told you, didn't I? As long as you set your heart on what you love, nothing can stop you. Hey, did you give this bow an—
I named this bow Lure after a mythical steed from the primeval Imperium. Legend says it was one of the Emperor's finest mounts, a divine beast that could tread over any chasm and lead its master back from the brink of death.
How did you get so off track? Why pick a name meant for a horse? That won't do. It does not suit me at all.
That sounds terrible. It's like my mother naming me Human. At least change it to something elegant, like wine. Fine.
Look at you! Skilled with both the pen and the sword. You really should not be trapped in this flame wheel forge for the rest of your life. Hey, perfect timing! I have a few friends getting together on the Luofu.
Staying in a single place your whole life. Jing Yuan's Devastator Glaive. The weapon I promised to forge for him all those years ago. Old friends have drifted across the stars.
A genius. I suppose Master Jingliu's swordplay should be no trouble for you.
You little rascal. Do not try to act like my senior just yet. I am from a short-lived species. Xianzhou's swordplay takes hundreds, even thousands of years to—
I heard your bold claim. I'd rather leave this world in a blaze than live until the—
My, the future sword champion has sharp ears. It was just drunken rambling. It would be a waste to throw my skills away on the battlefield. You go to the front, and I will forge the divine weapons for you.
All right, deal. Then I want a Devastator Glaive, 4 meters long, decorated with green silk, and you should engrave the blade with cloud pattern.
Wait until you— Then it is settled. When the time comes, you shall arm each of us with a weapon of our own. Let us face the fires of war in your— Come, friends, drink up. We 5 come from all walks of life.
By the rainbow and the 10 lords. If I betray our bond, let all of existence hunt. The prosthetic arm and sword staff from Mr. La Mancha were works created by my master and me. He came to visit me even after I was cast into the shackling prison.
Yunqing.
Chang, the shadow has tasted the flesh of abundance within you. You cannot even speak. Jing, look at me. Lift your head. It was only thanks to you and your master that the shadow of veracity was sealed. I owe you both a debt of gratitude. So I have but one question. Do you want? There is always a way out. Just give the word. I must atone. Perhaps if I had taken you away, I respect your choice.
Pity. So much in this world, doesn't it? This is not my work. This was where my life as Blade began.
So you're Blade. You sound like quite the expert on sword. Oh, good timing. What do you make of the sword she's carrying?
The blade itself is fine, but the technique is wrong. Swordsmanship is no song and dance. Power.
My, oh my, Bladey. You really, since you have so much to say, Master, why not forge a legendary blade for each of us?
I put down the hammer a long time ago. My hands can... From now on, if a sword is needed,
this shell of mine is the only blade there is. A weapon given by Ying Xing to an old friend. But we are no longer who we once were to each other. Who I am does what matters is. Do you
I don't understand what you're...
All that happened. You would do well to keep Cloud Piercer by your side. Next time we meet, I will be the end of you. What a pity. In the end.
Apprentice, come here.
Finally. Is the end in sight? I am here, Master.
Good. I have waited a long time for you.
You have seen every blade I have forged in this life.
Fine work. Somewhat flawed, perhaps, but their edge is undeniable. The marks of a true master.
Gazing upon the weapons I forged in days past, I can only feel a surge of endless regret. The hammer falls and cannot be undone. I betrayed my friends and broke my oaths. Even with these divine blades, I failed to protect. My hands are stained with blood. I loathe the reflection it casts back from my blade. But what weighs heaviest on my soul is the debt I owe you, Master.
Let it all out. You feel a bit lighter now, don't you? But isn't there one last piece you've yet to show me? is yet to be named, has it not?
That is a mere scrap from the forging of Shard's sword. I hid it away, fearing it would bring shame upon our school.
Can a mere boy keep secrets from his master? I entrusted General Yao Guang to bring it to you. Since the day you left, I have kept this blade hung in the hall, gazing upon it daily. That raw, youthful spirit within it, it burns to the touch. It is the same light that shone in your eyes the day you bowed to me. It is the keen edge of a craftsman.
I am but rusted scrap now. My light has long since faded. This is where I belong.
Crushed ore, old materials, rusted iron. As craftsmen, we spend our entire lives in such company. Waste not the bounty of the world, but perfect it through craft. To take what is useless, to take every failed scrap and forge it anew. Isn't that our very mission as craftsmen?
Even for a life that has reached its end. A life built on nothing but mistakes.
As it is with the work of a craftsman, so it must be with the life of a craftsman. Do you still remember the question I once asked you? What defines a blade? The answer already lies within you. Go now, and forge it anew.
Forge it anew. Interesting. Now I wish more than anything that I could just live a bit longer. Ying-Chi himself said that back when...
Shoo-hoo.
You fought me all this time and leapt into the Leviathan's maw. Nothing more than a bit to drag me down with you. A pity, truly. For so long as a single soul in this vast world prays for abundance, and now, I have come in answer to your prayer. Within the Leviathan's maw, I shall grant you 1,000 years of agony. Is this not exactly what you call forge it anew? Poor child. You and the Xianzhou citizens are always so short-sighted. Trapped in this waking dream called life, you cling to what is gone and yet when I come to carve through your flesh and awaken your minds, you were once some master craftsman. You should know best about the beauty of shaping. I can grant you the power of reshaping life and death. Bringing those you loved and lost back to life.
Righting wrongs. You mean by carving out more walking husks like me? Things that crave an end they can never reach?
That is but a fleeting pang, a necessary tempering on the path to eternity. If you persist in spurning this gift, your body will churn for millennia, caught between being digested and reborn. Every inch of your flesh.
Are you done talking? prisoner here, Shuhu. You are the one bound most tightly by your chains. For so long as a single soul in this vast world prays for abundance, I shall return to bestow my grace. You are nothing but an echo of them. A slave trapped within your mission of compassion. You mock our obsessions. You are...
Are you trying to provoke me?
No. I am pronouncing your sentence. I never dove into this abyss for the sake of a mutual end. I came for forging. As long as you cling to life, you must keep reshaping this body to fight back the gnawing from the veracity. And that struggle is exactly what I want. Let the maw of this Eon husk be the furnace. Let our undying flesh be the iron. And let death, 1,000 times over, be the hammer. Right here, I shall forge and recast you again and again. Not to destroy you, but to create a cage that can hold you prisoner for all eternity. And the thorns of this cage shall forever be aimed at that savior who branded you with your mission. Yaosha, are you ready? Toot.
I see now. So, very well. Let us see how this duel between the condemned unfolds. This forging within the furnace.
In the end, which of us shall forge the other into a...
When reunited with family after a 15-year separation, 22% of organic life forms will weep and embrace. Whereas yet, choosing to conduct a covert investigation instead is... You harbor suspicions regarding Mr. Ryusuke.
Before Star Rail Fest began, I stopped by his office to look for the family's records on the Phantom Moon games. Out of concern, or perhaps curiosity, I leafed through his portfolio. The artwork was magnificent, with each piece serving as a microcosm of a different planet. 5 of the worlds he captured in these paintings are now gone. Lost to the fires of war waged by the Antimatter Legion.
Just as you suspected, Mr. Ryusuke's travels have been highly suspicious. In the year 1969 of the Arcadian calendar, he traveled to the Delcor Ring to sculpt a statue for the Doctors of Chaos. 2 years later, the IPC received word that the last local resistance group had rejected all aid and launched a suicide charge against the Legion. Also, in 1984 of the Arcadian calendar, he traveled alone to the planet Goliath's Shepherd. After a century of resistance in the fires of war, the planet was officially declared dead 9 years. Both incidents point back to a single culprit.
The Lord Ravager Asat Pramod.
However, there is also evidence suggesting that Mr. Ryusuke was still in plain Arcadia when Asat Pramod appeared. Additionally, the IPC recovered a commission he received. It read, "Please carve a trace of our lasting glory."
He accepted the commission, even though he knew the Legion had surrounded the planet?
Legends of the Graphia clan abound within plain Arcadia. To this day, many believe the Weathering Curse is a scar seared into your very bloodline from Graphia's struggle against conjecture. Mr. Ryusuke was tracking the demon from beyond. He likely believed that finding him was the key to
Any other conjectures?
There is another possibility. Please forgive me if this sounds out of line. There is a 52% probability that Mr. Ryusuke was being used by Asat Pramod. He might have even chosen to work for him.
I'll have a word with him.
I'll leave it in your hands.
Dad? Do you have a minute to talk?
I do. I'm one... What brings on this surprise? I was worried you were too busy, so I didn't want to bother you these past few days. That foolish didn't hurt you. And that kid is something else, too. I'm telling you,
15 years. The blood-stained games are finally over.
And this time everyone survived.
It's time we sat down and talked. Just as father and daughter.
Am I dreaming? My little girl actually wants to have a real talk with her old man. Well, I don't care if I heard you. Give me 10 seconds. No, make it 8.
There's no need to
Love you.
I should have seen that coming.
Himeko! Himeko! Come over. Tell me more about this.
I originally planned for...
Oh, I would love that. I was in such a rush last time. I really want to get a good look at the place where you spent the last 15 years. Who could have imagined it? The thing that connects this nearly infinite universe is not some distant godlike sheep, eh?
I have met many artists who dreamed of boarding the Express just to get a closer look at the legacy of trailblazing. So I am curious, how will the great artist Ryusuke...
Me? Well, I'll give it my all.
I was only joking.
There's actually so much interesting stuff on this Express. This table is kind of different from the others, isn't it? I mean, they all look alike, but...
A lot of old furniture was destroyed when the Express crashed. Pom-Pom and I spent quite some time...
Out with the old, in with the new, huh? Well, the Express has been running for years, so you must have had a hard time keeping it running.
It's not that hard. I'm used to it.
Just as I thought. The Astral Express looks amazing inside. These chandeliers...
The designer used the skeleton of a void song whale as a reference. They say it's been here since Dolly's days on the Express. It catches the eye of many people who board.
But the light seems a bit dim in here, doesn't it?
It's always been this way.
Oh, well... have you tried swapping in a polarized conductor? Or rinsing the light units in an alkaline...
Are you an artist or an electrician, Dad?
I am just speaking from experience. Don't forget, your dad was once the one who set up all the lighting in those classrooms. Is it there? Oh, let me see. It's bigger on the inside. Oh, the phonograph also has music from all sorts of worlds. Oh, it's a shame I didn't get to see the legendary Infinite High School.
Dad, you actually believe something like that exists?
A long, long time ago, such a thing did exist on the... When the Express passed the desert planet Talon, Granholm left the machine there.
Conductor! Long time no see.
Really?
Hey, my daughter Himeko finally opened up to having...
What a special moment! They say family is one of the most precious treasures. Pom-Pom believes we should cherish them.
See? I told you. This time, Dad wins. Oh, Himeko, you may be a fully capable navigator now, but sometimes...
Aren't you tired of talking non-stop?
Are you actually worried about me? I am so tired.
Perfect. I'll make you some coffee.
Huh? Well, might as well swing by the meeting car to say hi to that, Intellitron buddy.
Pom-Pom finds Himeko's father very easygoing.
Himeko, come on. Let's walk together. Intellatron, buddy! Wrong time.
Rumor has it that the drinks in the World's End Tavern are all brewed from jokes. Since there is only a single joke, it is quite literally second to none. Mr. Ryusuke, the tension detected in your micro-expressions has...
Oh, nonsense. Himeko is brewing up a cup of coffee
A cup of hot coffee right before the end. This must be what they mean by life is...
Huh. Well, now I see why they call you Shush. Well, since I'm still among the living, a long time ago, there was a truly terrible nameless. They snuck aboard as a passenger, seeking... Now, one day, they ordered a drink from a service robot on the express and told it a joke.
A long time ago, there was a truly terrible nameless. They snuck aboard as a I have retrieved the same joke from the archived logs. It is indexed under the title, An Unfunny Joke.
But did you know, the first time the robot heard that joke,
Don't go filling Shush with nonsense. Its database is already enough of a mess. Dad, here's your coffee.
This cup is huge. Himeko, tell...
What are you talking about? Now drink up while it's still hot.
Analyzing components. Results show coffee concentrate, Heldoran butterfly scales, a species of fish from a gas giant, trace amounts of iron...
Mr. Shush, you must be exhausted after telling...
My inspiration circuit is vibrating. My radar indicates that the conductor requires my...
Oh, Himeko, if I do not make it out of here, please deliver my resignation to Miss Dolly.
Oh, want another cup?
Himeko, Miss Dolly told me that back when you were a school assistant, you used to bring a massive pot of coffee for everyone every single day. They still talk about it to this day. It would be selfish of me to keep this all for myself. I simply must bring some back for...
I am afraid it will be long cold by the time you... But as you said, it is time for us to head to the school. We must return to the source of all...
Are you truly ready to say your goodbyes?
We should go now. I have been ready for 15 years. It has been 15 years. Those ghosts have been repeating their final day over and over, even if they are merely shadows of the past.
Oh, you're right. Let us you...
Senior, you are back!
Sorry I'm late, everyone.
It's okay. Thank you so much for coming.
Himeko, we don't have enough time for the lobby. Could you please use your amazing imagenesis skills?
Mia, stop bothering Himeko all the time. If you and the others hadn't slacked off on the roof...
But the school anniversary is tomorrow. If I do not get this done, Ms. Dolly...
You should start by tidying up those ribbons.
Hey,
Wait, did you hear that? It's him. He's back again.
Everyone, hide! Don't let them find us! Run, Senior! The Herald of Death is back!
Don't be afraid, Belle. I'm here. No more running away. We don't have to face any Herald of Death anymore.
Really?
When have I ever led you astray? Look, even the Dean has arrived. Let us run through the anniversary
right now? But we still have...
Oh, it is all right. We have plenty of time. This sunset will linger for a very... I hereby declare that the Graphia Academy anniversary. Since the other grades are not with us today, we shall keep the proceedings simple. According to our school motto, students, have you...
Why so serious? It's only a rehearsal.
I plan to study at the Intelligentsia Guild. I want to...
I want to study cinematography and become a director.
I hope that in 10 or even 20 years. And now, please welcome our distinguished grad...
Our senior is doing this?
Himeko? Are you nervous?
I do not know what to say. All I know is that this is a comfort the living leave for them, but take that step forward. Congratulations.
Senior, don't miss us too much.
Himiko.
Himiko, what's with the sad face?
Belle. Full safe travels, everyone. 15 years. The blood-stained games that...
If only I had not lost myself in my own grief. If it was not only the Herald of Death that...
Full Wish said that it took plain Arcadia will this world ever get...
I don't know. But I'm willing to believe in it.
Dad, all these years...
Is that concern I hear in you?
If you say so.
After the blood-stained games, I traveled to many different worlds. Until one day, I happened to see news about the Astral Express. The person on that screen was so different from the daughter in my memories. As long as I never saw you in person, I could keep telling myself that lie.
Von Walk, Owenly, New Londinium. Step by step,
Were they beautiful?
In this vast universe, nothing holds more beauty than the lands en route. You may have been a poor excuse for a fall. Thank you for setting me on this trip.
Same here. It's still early, huh? Let's have a walk. I have something very important.
Something very important?
No. Give me just a moment to gather my thoughts. Whew. Nice weather today. Let's go downstairs.
Oh my god, it's her!
Dad! Oh my gosh, I'm such a huge fan of yours! Senior Himiko! Oh wow, she actually looked at me!
Her navigator aura is incredible!
Astral Express, I love you!
Like a love song, baby!
Baseball Raccoon didn't come?
Oh, Himiko is so...
It gladdens me that my daughter is so popular.
The Herald of Death incident just ended.
You think that it all happened only... I suppose it is because they believe... It brings back memories of you as a little girl.
That is true. The very first Imagine I ever brought, that little fellow had quite a temper. He was so determined to fly higher and higher. Dad, do you still remember it?
How could I ever forget? That thing came crashing down and poked a hole right through Miss Seadrake's tail. These days, you wouldn't be able to handle that kind of
Now that I am free from the weathering curse, you don't have to spend your life. I just can't face the thought of...
Don't worry. I'm not going.
The Imagenesis classroom is ahead. Ms. Dolly?
She might have taken...
I never noticed it before, but on closer inspection, this classroom is so much bigger that it must be because of that incident.
Of course. Well, since I couldn't get you onto the real Astral Express back then.
The principal himself imaginated an express and went...
It even made the front page of the Dual-Mention City News back then. Looking back, you were always such a bright and spirited girl. Which is why I encourage you to reach for the stars.
If it weren't for those dreams you gave me, I wouldn't be... I'll never forget. Whenever the weathering curse flared up.
That was always your favorite. Whenever your fever refused to break. So, I would start from the moment Sir Camor invented the diving device, and go all the way to the second...
Yeah, that was the first story. And the very story that helped me, even if I could never leave this place. If fixing the express meant sending just one soul to the stars, yet before I knew it, I'd already traveled far beyond anything I ever... I think I understand how you felt back then. Perhaps.
What about the Astral Express?
A crew of the most incredible nameless...
Like a teacher watching their student, or a father his daughter. Then your dad will always be here.
So, What is this important thing you need? Dad, are you hiding?
I knew I couldn't hide it for long, Himiko. I am sick.
What?
This isn't the right place for this discussion.
So?
It's the Weathering Curse. I know what you're about to ask. I do not share the Graphia lineage, which is why I believed I could find the demon from beyond and save you and your mother. But in the end, Ryosuke was just a useless man who even himself.
Tell me, what happened in the past 15 years?
You've seen my portfolio, haven't you? Those worlds are just like plain Arcadia. In those places, luck is a very real thing. And the demon from beyond can manipulate.
What does that even mean?
In ways beyond comprehension, you feel misfortune crashing down like a tidal wave. But if you make it out alive, bizarre strokes of luck come swarming.
It sounds more insane than the Phantasmoon.
The universe is sheer madness, beyond all reason. I survived over and over. Is this his way of torturing the rebels? I don't know. There's no escape.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? I could have reached out to the...
It's no use. I've been chasing after... Himiko, remember when you first learned to paint? I told you then why we must...
Because the ugly, the despicable, and the cowardly, they endure forever. Beauty remains ever fleeting. Just as heroes find their end in sacrifice, and stars, so we must capture what is noble and bright, to show that such things true.
But Himiko, you are no longer the one who paints. Fate works in mysterious ways. I'm so glad to see you once more in my final moments.
I should have come back earlier.
No. I am the one who came back. I've thought about it 1,000 times. On that final night of the blood-stained games. If after everything, does this tardy father still even deserve to...
If you're willing.
Thank you.
All of this happened after you went away. You were jumping from one job to the next, and for 4 long years, I had heard nothing from you. During those 4 years, I found the stranded express deep in the canvas world and kept trying to repair it. Watching the Phantasmoon grow fuller, if I could claim victory in the Phantasmoon games, then but the Herald of Death was a complete madman. These bloodstains. He's already killed so many people. When... Himiko, are you afraid? You're asking if I'm afraid? Of course I am. After seeing all that cartel, Mia twisted and cried. They watched themselves turn into... But Himiko, I'm here. I'm okay. If I don't stop him right here and win the Phantasmoon, then someone needs to avenge the... That is not your responsibility. If you... I know hunting down the Herald of Death isn't my responsibility. If I turn around and walk away, but I am already here. I can't let him get away. Yeah. I'm not really scared anymore. Really.
Rogue supplicant has entered Dovebrook district.
The suppression squad sent by the Department of Aberration Defense. They struggled through the pain as the Herald of Death dragged these stains. Even so, he still managed to break through the blockade. To take down a monster like him, you need a single perfect strike. I think I've got it. But first, I need to buy some time. Let me handle that for you.
All right, but buying... It's too narrow here. We need more room. I'll take all the wish power I've gathered since the Phantom Moon became the sheer destructive force unleashed from creating a massive...
But by doing this, even if we defeat him, you would be giving up any...
Yeah. By burning all the wish power. But even if I did win the games and restart the Express, to set the Express in motion with Aha's power, while standing by as innocent people, someone who does the... Oh, I knew I should have stuffed an orbital cannon or a molecular saw into the case. Using that bigger on the inside drill.
Remember that for the future, then.
Another body.
Black Birch. Guess he...
Black Birch, the masked fool? The one who turned Gotham City upside. Only 2 supplicants are left in the game.
In other words, we...
Just like those legends I grew up with. A hero confronting a monster. I will take him down. After that, I will repair the Express myself.
What a beautiful sight that will be. Then consider this the first world to be saved before the journey on the Express begins.
The very first stop, then? It'll certainly be quite memorable. The stench. It's about time.
So exquisite! These flowers blooming in plain Arcadia! Ooh, agony! What is that? You say this is not enough? Still not enough! I need more pigment! I will mix my colors with screen. Department head, I shall show you the error of your ways! This flash is the culmination of life! It's only I shall become her! We will be as one! No, I will. Another new shade. Dazzling, shattered crimson. Are you perhaps the color I've been missing all along? Step into this masterpiece! Become one with me and lay the final cornerstone!
Stop right there. So, you actually conquered the Herald of Death and set the Astral Express in motion once more at the end of the bloodstained. Here I go. I believe in your bravery. When confronted by death, you will undoubtedly choose Bar. You were so frail and sickly. How could you possibly defeat the Herald of Death, who slaughtered every single supplicant? And how could you? Well, the answer is clear. It would be impossible for you. That is, unless you had another person helping you. Don't deny it yet. I've been tested by you enough along the way. So now, give your father a little room to breathe. While I was gathering your belongings, I found some of the manuscripts you left behind. There were 2 distinct sets of handwriting upon those pages. Every trace in that house proves that 2 people watched. Legend says that during the Canvas Age, the grand artist Whitebow painted his late daughter onto a scroll and breathed life into her. Suppose, just suppose, that my brilliant daughter created a likeness of herself, a self-portrait so perfect that it breathed and moved with her. If that is the truth, then every mystery is explained. During that night of the bloodstained games, a girl at death's door followed as a monster bearing Shuhu's flesh and a supplicant lost to madness. Marcus and Tali defeated the pair before him without lifting a finger. Driven by pure instinct, he slowly closed in on them. He intended to use their very lives as pigment to paint a new bloody bloom. Little did he know that he was walking straight into a trap of their design. The moment he drew near, a massive iron fist was imaginated from the sky above, down and crushed him to dust. It was the night of July 22nd, 1984, of the Arcadian calendar. Over 10,000 sightings reported a giant arm descending from the sky that evening. In the hours that followed, the Department of Aberration Defense confirmed that the theories were endless. Was it a divine act by Yaha? Or a weapon built by the IPC? It was just an arm. Yet beneath the brush of a girl who yearned for the stars, it became an extension of humanity's reach. The girl achieved her dream, and the stars set sail once more. Truly a most romantic fairy tale. And now, unfortunately, I have to destroy this fairy tale myself.
You don't believe me?
I have no idea who you truly are. But that little girl who longed for trailblazing, my frail and sickly daughter. From the very beginning, Himeko never left plain Arcadia.
That is not something you should joke about.
You know better than I do whether I'm joking or not. By the way, things outside aren't looking good. The Arcadia is drowning in problems. Is it really wise to stay here instead of helping the younger crew members?
Those kids are all grown up now. They can handle their mission. And as for myself, I am staying right here to deal with the biggest problem of all.
Are you intending to stay here until the outcome is revealed?
It might take forever for him to return. Or he might never come back at all. Or maybe, if I just complain and say, I wish Blade were here, he'll just show up. Anyway, it was his choice. We already said our goodbye. Thank you for staying with him until the very end.
Now, it is time to deal with your matters. Gray-haired girl, you seek me out with her token in hand. Already told me? Our first meeting was just before I only answered the call of wish power because of that mask. The one painted by Evanesia. So, who is this me you speak of?
Me, of course.
Not you again. A meanie will always be a meanie.
Misfortune and I share one thing in common. We both enjoy dropping in uninvited. A reunion after 1,000 years. Graphia.
Asat Pramad.
Back at Ingford Hermitage, what you heard was only half the story. 1,000 years ago, amidst the ruins of Ahatopia, I found a baby girl on the verge of death. Her cold, lifeless body reminded me of the legend of Elation. Aha heard an infant cry and burst into laughter. Too bad I never did get the joke. So I came up with a much better one. I infused that child with the power of destruction, giving her the rebirth of a Void Ranger. I taught her to paint her monstrous beasts using the life of the veracity as pigment, all to carry out the Legion's divine will. Graphia, your name was your commission, to paint the world and carve a trace of our lasting glory just before the world meets its destruction. You were doing so well, right up until you saw that express crash.
Since that day, I have had nothing to do with you or your destruction. Your failure began the moment you tried to destroy the Express. All you did was turn the spirit of the Nameless into a rallying cry for rebellion. I took the power you forced upon me and used it to save the innocent. You commanded me to record the end of worlds, but instead, I created a sanctuary.
So, you think putting on a human mask makes you one of the Trailblazers? How amusing. Look at yourselves. That weathering curse is still eating away at you and your kin. It is the inescapable price for being a child of destruction who dares to betray her fate. World and canvas, a total disaster. Yet you still try to dress it up as a victory. Do you know why I haven't spared Ahatopia a single glance for an entire millennium? Because you bore me. But now, things have changed. Someone far more interesting than you has returned. And unlike you, she is the real deal. A genuine Nameless. That is why I have returned.
Himiko? I've had my fill of this drama. Now, I'm dying to see how you're...
For 1,000 years, I have painted them over and over again. Every innocent life you extinguished during the Sind-Earth Age. Tell me, Asat Pramad, are you prepared to face their fury?
I have more important things to do than linger here. Why not let them have a taste instead? Come forth. Demonstrate your defiance.
Is it over?
Watch out!
Pity. Such a clean strike. But the odds of success are 0.
The restraint check failed?
A 1 in 10,000 chance. The moment I cast the dice, the outcome is fixed. Remove the mask, protagonist. It doesn't suit you. As for you, your end is decided. Farewell.
Sorry. I have failed.
Minions of destruction! I will drive you all from this world!
We must force her back to her senses.
Baneful clouds scatter. People always observe the heavens with my divinations. That only. Don't thank me.
It's nothing. Wiped him out.
Fury of the dead! Do we have to go full force?
Of course not. That is exactly what that Mimi wants.
Test of luck. An explosive start.
All for the thrill. This next round, real gaming. It's nothing.
Absolutely cannot let you touch this place. Depart once more.
We need to finish this fast and catch up to Asat Pramod. Looks like I have to use level 999 one more time.
No need for that. If a sword is needed, let it be mine. Have you thought it through? What defines a blade? The sharpness that endures, after all has worn away. I shall take veracity as my forge, and abundance as my iron. Die a thousand deaths. Tempered into a blade! What? Not even a welcome back?
You will serve as the tempering fire!
No way! Blade! You answered my prayers!
One intention. What happened to her?
This is Asat Pramod's handiwork. We have to bring her to her senses first!
You will serve as the tempering fire!
That omen. Don't thank me.
It's Hawkeye!
Fiends or devil, I'll crush them all!
Bonus
Stars favor us. People always observe the heavens with my divinations. Test of luck. An explosive start.
Feast your eyes,
You will serve as the tempering fire!
Hate the pain. Absolutely cannot let you touch.
I hope I am not too late.
Are you kidding? Your timing is impeccable, Blady. But isn't this a bit much? How did you even change outfits? What happened down there?
I used the Leviathan's maw to imprison Shuho.
What matters is that you made it out alive and got the job done.
Not yet. I have made a decision. This time, I will stay and become a supplicant. I am joining the Phantom Moon Games.
What? You're going to stay here and poke your nose into this world's business too?
Let us settle this first. Are you okay?
Thank you. I will do everything I can to help you. As long as the canvas remains, Asat Pramod cannot kill me. You have fulfilled what Evanesia entrusted. It was all me. For 1,000 years, I was the one obsessed with bearing every responsibility alone. Asat Pramod was right after all. I have been a ghost of 1,000 years past, arrogant enough to think my seal over the world and canvas was unbreakable. We are up against the same nightmare that survived a whole Cinderth age. The same monster that an entire era could not even overcome.
Just how did he even sneak into the world?
The first time I stepped into Inkford Hermitage, a strange whisper tried to latch onto me. Maybe that was the first step in Asat Pramod's plan to infiltrate this place. Then, he took on Graphia's form to tamper with my mask, and even taught me the way to summon the real Graphia. In the end, he got what he wanted.
So, this guy has only been after one thing this whole time.
And to awaken the husk of the veracity, we need to leave this place as soon as possible.
But he mentioned he had something more important to do. What is that even supposed to mean? He has so much on his plate, no way he can split himself into
1,000 years ago, the Demon Lord from beyond invaded Ahatopia. The power he unleashed was beyond. He could appear in places thousands of miles apart at the exact same time, as if he possessed countless incarnations.
What?
He said he was meeting a genuine name.
Himiko, she's in trouble.
The biggest problem? Do you mean me?
You said that classroom was a secret place of your own creation. Yet Fullwish seemed to know everything about it. You are far too familiar with the Express. And another thing. When we first met up earlier, but my father clearly left much earlier than that. Your story is riddled with holes. Or rather...
You are the only person I can never seem to lie to. And about that last point...
Stop this pathetic act. You are you who dare to impersonate my father.
It seems our pleasant little father-daughter chat. Buying time. Keeping me pinned down. You played your part. If I proved to be more dangerous than anticipated, you would be right there to shield your companions. But, Navigator, you still overlooked one. Why don't you try to guess at what exact point? It happened on the day that man, in his desperate search for the source of the weathering curse to save his family, was destroyed by me. That year, Himeko was 6. At her mother's funeral, she met her father for the first time.
You are lying.
I have told you only one lie in all these years, my... Nice to meet you. I'm your father, Rios.
All that effort, all those years spent by my side. What are you really planning?
Even I find it hard to tell what goes on in this head of mine sometimes. But now, as I look at your face, at that exquisite expression, I had so much fun playing a father. And the best part, that was not even the most fun I have had today.
Hey, can you hear me? Someone who looks like a Sapramod. We are under attack by Assad Pramad. Don Hung and I will do everything.
I've played along this far, so why not make it interesting? Let us add a dash of red. You have proven your theory by tearing off the mask of Ryosuke. As a courtesy, the ugliest lie of the Trail Plays.
When the Phantom Moon is full again, I will be there as I have promised. I will come back with so many stories to tell you.
The girl looked up at the stars, but in her heart, she was terrified of setting out. She was afraid of the universe. In the end, she left her wishes to someone else. Ryosuke's daughter, Himeko, is long dead. Just as the Trail Plays will always converge with the...
So, you really are a fake.
Right back at you.
O denizens of this Arcadia, lost in its splendor, once I beheld the Astral Express rise again towards the stars. Since then, you have known 15 long years of unbroken peace. It's been a while, old friend. For 15 years it was I, Hassan Khan, who delivered every promise of beauty to this Arcadia in advance. Now... Please indulge in these long overdue surprises.